The divorce records are clearly the motive here. Proves your motive. She clearly states she wants sole physical custody of the child. And in addition, the other divorce agreement, when they finally settled, it states in there that if Nicholas loses his liberty, he loses his parenting privileges.
Mm.
The judge felt that wasn't relevant, would not allow it to be entered into evidence. Of course, they did have testimony on that, which she denied a lot of it. And what was really the icing on the cake was as soon as the trial was over, jury deliberations started.
Mm.
Within 2.5 hours into deliberations, the jury sends a note. We all reconvene. And what does the note say? They want the divorce records. Now, the judge said to everybody when we went in, it's not on the record, but his words to us were, folks, I made a mistake. Calls the jury in, lets them know, look, I can't provide these. They weren't entered into evidence. So you have to go off what we have. And it really, you fast forward to the sentencing where they argued on his motion against bond pending appeal and the motion for new trial. Well, there was clearly testimony on this. So why was it relevant for the records? Well, you can sit and say that all you want, but the jury felt it was important.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get the answers in the testimony that was provided. So I don't care what the prosecution had to say or the judge really had to say on whether or not there was enough testimony because the jury was the decider and clearly they didn't have the information that they were seeking. And so that exclusion affected my son's ability to properly defend his case, the allegations against him, and what the motive was. That's in everything that you say, every kind of case. What's the motive? People want to know what's the motive. And without motive, it's very difficult to argue your case. That's a violation of his constitutional right.
Right.